Hi, I'm Justin. I'm the lead singer for the Australian Motley Crüe show, the Vince Neil, so to speak.
And I'm Rhett. I'm the bass player of the Australian Motley Crüe show, playing the part of Nikki Sixx. Oh, our experience with Motley Crüe before creating the band, just a general fan. Just you know, we grew up in the 80s. We heard the music come out. Girls, Girls, Girls was the first album that I heard. So I hadn't heard the back catalogue. Once I heard Girls, Girls, Girls and saw the video on MTV, I was like, this is cool music and this is a cool band.
First time I ever heard Dr. Feelgood, and I was just like drawn in just by that raw guitar sound, and it's like nothing like I'd never heard before, you know. I was listening to Guns N' Roses and Aerosmith, and it's just like, yeah. I remember being 15, sitting in my room because I'd been grounded and I was just listening to music and listening to the radio, and like, that's what you did back then. It was awesome.
I think I twisted his arm a bit to get it going.
Yeah, it was a bit of a being in a cover band already with Ref, and just having people come up to us and play, geez, you look like Vince Neil and Nikki Sixx. The amount of times we heard it was just like, do you like Motley Crüe? Yeah, I would. Yeah, I fucking love Motley Crüe. And it was like, fuck, we should start running up, you know, because this could be good. Next thing you know, it all sort of unfolded. It took a couple of years, but it unfolded. And
yeah, it took about 12 months. It was, it was a coincidence that people were saying, you know, you guys look a bit like Motley Crüe, and then we love Motley Crüe. It would be pretty cool to do a Motley Crüe tribute band. If you're going to play in a tribute band, Motley Crüe would be a pretty awesome tribute band to play in. Mm-hmm. Music comes first, the sound comes first. Not only did we get told we look a bit like him, but Justin's voice was quite high, so it sounds like Vince Neil. So we thought, well, you know, we need to find musicians that can play this stuff. Well, my best mate's a drummer. I'm not sure, he looks a lot like Tommy Lee. I knew he'd be able to sound like Tommy Lee on the drums, and he's got a voice.
He's definitely got that flair, hasn't he?
Yeah, he acts like him. He's like a big child.
Guitarists, we kind of just sort of fell into that. Like we were always looking, but we weren't pushing, you know. Like we sort of just waited for that. Well, I did anyway. Waited for that right sort of person to come along, and George being the first one that came along. Didn't hang around like we'd hoped, but with Richard, you know Richard for a little while through other bands and stuff, and it just fit. There wasn't anything we were looking for, but Richard just fits.
That was pot luck. I think that was kind of part of it, just meeting people and having fans of Motley Crüe that are, you know, in their late 40s and 50s that have seen the band live thousands of times, and they come up to your show and they're singing every word to the song when you're playing, and they're coming up to you after the gig and appreciating what we do, and they're showing us their Motley Crüe tattoos and their t-shirts, and these are fans of Motley Crüe.
Yeah, being able to share that experience.
Yeah.
Travelling is definitely, you know, being able to travel with music is probably every musician's dream. But although we're, you know, doing a tribute show to Motley Crüe, we're still travelling. Like we're still, you know, getting to share it with a whole heap of people outside of our own circles, and like I said, meeting heaps of people, and being on that Facebook page, Messenger, they come back to you and they, you know, say, oh, that was a great show, and then all of a sudden you start talking about personal things in life, and yeah, so you meet people, you get to know people, and yeah, very cool.
Challenges. Well, the first challenge was obviously, you know, replacing the guitar player that left, and yeah, we fell on our feet with that one. We were lucky. Some of the other challenges is there are some die-hard fans out there that are huge fans of Motley Crüe that just don't want to go and see a tribute band. They want to see the real thing, and they don't think anybody else should do it. So getting through to them is a bit of a challenge.
Yeah, trying to make them sort of people, and you know, other people realise that we're not trying to be Motley Crüe. We just want to share that, you know, that love, the experience of Motley Crüe, and just try and relive a little bit of it, you know. everyone can take something away. They might, you know, say that song was shit, but this one was not bad, and you know, whatever. If they take something positive away, well then that's made my night. And it's hard to say, you know, to foresee the future, but it's looking, you know, every day it's looking better. Next year's looking even better. But yeah, I'd like to see some overseas travel eventually. My goals change every time we reach another goal. So to travel on the East Coast was a goal that's fulfilled. Okay, so now I want to reach for the next goal. I'd love to see New Zealand on the cards. To headline a Crue Fest next year with their 20th anniversary, I had approached them. That would have been cool. But
if you had asked us a year ago, you know, our dreams were pretty big, but our dreams have been squashed a little bit with COVID-19. So to know what we're going to do next is a little bit unknown. Yeah. But we're always aiming high.
I don't think it's gone away. I just think it's just been delayed a little bit. But yeah,
still got the ambition. We just sort of.
And we'll push for it. I just say, with the name Australia Motley Crüe Show overseas, you know, I just think it would definitely be a draw card if we went over there. It'll work. I've got that feeling. Yeah, that's what I foresee.
Yeah.